So apparently I may have been completely right with what I showed you guys in the last video with the shootings that happened in Portland, Oregon, because they're saying now that those individuals literally tried to repeat what that woman did in Minnesota, and they effed around and found out. And it turns out one of them was a member of the gang Tren De Aragua. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the channel. I'm Ty Smith. You're watching my channel, Modern Renaissance Man, which I'm greatly appreciative of. Make sure you guys are following me on these platforms up here and the ones down here. Click the thumbs up if you've been enjoying my content. If and when you do subscribe to the channel, click the bell notification. That way you'll be notified when I post videos like this. Don't forget to check out my other channel called Man, Husband, Father. I'm getting ready to get right on into this. So I played you guys a video earlier and showed you where there was a shooting. Remember again, here we go. There was a shooting involving federal agents. And I told you what they ended up letting us know was that 2 people ended up getting shot. Right? And those individuals that got shot, there were no details on it. Well, now we do have details on it. And some of the details you were about to hear, although I made a joke about it earlier, I really wasn't joking. I was just kind of being a little sarcastic throwing shots when I said, here's Minnesota 2.0. Well, guess what? They literally, or the individual driving, allegedly tried to do what the woman in Minnesota did, and he was met with the same fate. The only difference is that he
And welcome to Hannity, and tonight we are live in Washington, D.C. for my exclusive interview with President Donald Trump. That's moments away. It is his first sit-down interview since the U.S. captured Nicolas Maduro. But first, tonight, we do begin on the other side of the country in Portland, Oregon, where an investigation is now underway after an incident earlier today where U.S. Customs and Border Protection agents fired their weapons in the line of duty. The agents, thankfully, are okay. The 2 other people were hospitalized with gunshot wounds, one of whom we are now learning is believed to be a member of Tren De Aragua. Anyway, our very own Kevin Cork has an update on all of this, a full report. Kevin.
Evening, Sean. As you pointed out, a Border Patrol agent shot 2 people in Portland, Oregon this afternoon after the driver of that car allegedly attempted to run over federal officers. Now, this all unfolded about 2:19 local time, Pacific time, of course. That's when agents identified themselves. This was, by the way, a targeted stop of an alleged member of Tren De Aragua, the Venezuelan gang. Now, after the agent identified himself, the driver and that passenger, who's also believed to be a part of that gang's prostitution ring, tried to weaponize the vehicle and run over law enforcement officers. After the driver, of course, was hit by gunfire, they were found about 10 minutes later. The driver and the passenger were both apparently hit. As you point out, they were taken to local hospitals. Sean, we do not have an update on their conditions tonight. Now, this, of course, comes on the heels of yesterday's shooting in Minneapolis of a woman who also allegedly attempted to speed off in the direction of officers despite being told to get out of the vehicle. Of course, she died from her injuries, Sean.
All right. And, Kevin, we are expecting some type of press conference coming up shortly, right?
That is correct. We got a little blurb earlier, but we're expecting a more fulsome news conference to be coming our way just shortly. And as we get information, we promise to pass it along to you.
Messed around and found out, but I guess for his sake, he lived. Fortunately, he lived. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell y'all right now, I have a good feeling that this is going to be something that is going to continue on. It's very, very, very simple. I played you guys a video. If you're not following me on none of the platforms up here, you may have missed these videos I'm talking about, or the platforms down below, you know, Instagram, X/Twitter. If you have not been tuning in and following me on any of those platforms, even like TikTok, you may have missed it, because I played a video of a police officer letting you know that when you do certain things, ICE is going to take you as a hostile. When you try to impede and obstruct what they're doing, they're going to respond to you as if you're a hostile. If you try to come at them with your vehicle, they are being told and trained, and it's been implemented to them, that is immediate danger, and they can use self-defense. Now, to some of you who still seem to have an issue, okay, you still seem to have an issue with, and I understand you have an issue with the federal agents doing what they did, right? So on one of my posts, I showed you guys and I told you guys about how if federal agents them are standing in front of the car and they're trying to stop you, they're telling you to get out the car. I told you guys, you best believe that you need to comply with that. I said, yes, I understand. I do. I understand that you say things like, well, the federal agents could move or had room to move. But I was telling y'all, yeah, you can say all that, but they don't have to. OK, so I want to play y'all. I want to play something here real quick. Right. For those of you that I don't even know how to even say this to y'all in the most layman way, but those of you that seem not to understand what's going to be at play should you try to do something, I'm going to sit here with you guys and we're going to listen to this video because I think it's vitally important if you don't want to die. Listen.
Let me make this clear. Federal agents, ICE, HSI, are officers. They are agents of law enforcement. If you box them in with vehicles, it is reasonable for them to believe that they are being ambushed and that this could end in a deadly situation. And it's reasonable for them to use force.
Does that sound familiar? Box them in. It's reasonable for them to assume.
Based on those conditions. Do not box in any law enforcement officer.
Is that hard to understand?
You are breaking the law when you do that.
They're doing what now? All they were doing was going up here and dancing. We got video of her waving. You can't be on the right side. There's a two. Y'all trying to send me videos saying she was there. She was waving them to go around. You don't be in the middle of the road, on the right side of the road, while there's traffic coming the other way, and you got your car parked and telling them to go around where somebody could be coming the opposite way and hit them. They don't have to. You're in the middle of the road. You're impeding. You're obstructing, especially if you've been doing it all day. He said you're breaking the law. No, she not. She was just trying to get back to her kid.
And you are putting yourself in danger.
Did she not?
Following law enforcement agents around. The question is why?
Because we want to blow the whistles so we can alert the illegal aliens and illegal sex offenders and illegal traffickers so we can alert them. The agents are coming, everybody. Come on, don't let them come here and do this in our streets.
What do you plan on doing?
Getting shot.
It's also reasonable for them to believe that you're eventually going to do harm to them. If you ram any vehicle, especially that one that contains law enforcement agents, and that's any law enforcement, local, state, federal, county, and you do this intentionally, this is considered deadly force.
Did he just say that's considered deadly force? Now just think, he was talking about ramming another vehicle, let alone the human themselves.
Deadly force is anything that can cause great bodily harm or death.
You hear that? That it can cause great bodily harm or death. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, her coming at him with that car, Tren De Aragua in here coming at the federal agents with that car, can that cause great bodily harm? Let's not even talk about the death part. Can it cause great bodily harm?
When you plow into a vehicle that contains law enforcement agents, you're using deadly force. And they can use deadly force in response to stop you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have no further questions, Your Honor. We're going to leave this for the jury to decide, and we already know the jury had decided. That's why nothing's going to come of this, just like with these guys. And I hope that they have body cam. I hope that there's cameras like we seen with this lady from Minnesota. He's talking about ramming them with the car, ramming a car to a car, let alone the human. It's deadly force. It can cause great bodily harm. He explained what deadly force is. It can cause great bodily harm, or it can be causing death. She messed around and found out. Tren De Aragua Gang member allegedly messed around and found out. Too easy, folks. Anyway, thoughts? Leave me in the comments below after this video. Don't forget to do what you see in the animation right here to really help the channel. If I do another video tonight, which I'm rocking it out for, be out there. Things I did yesterday right here. If you're not subscribed to the channel, press the button right there. I'm Ty Smith, the modern Renaissance man, and I hope and pray every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. Most of all, praying every last one of you guys in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.